you get a standing ovation. Absolutely brilliant. Well played, Shaun Murphy. That's the way to get over the line. Wonderful century break. Kyren Wilson gives him his congratulations. We get the fist pump, and it's thoroughly deserved. He's been the best player all week. Magnificent. Maximum included this week. And what a way to get over the line. That was absolute quality from Shaun Murphy, the 2025 Masters champion. Well played. You were brilliant all week.
What a week. What a match. What a final. Before the interviews, may we have another round of applause for both finalists, ladies and gents. Ali Pali delivers again. Kyren, so very nearly the mother of all comebacks. What an effort.
Yeah, just made it too easy for Shaun today. Just threw him in the balls too many times. You can't do that with how well Shaun's been playing this week. But, you know, I proved why I'm the world champion. I fought as hard as I could. From 8-4, 7-3, whatever it was, a lot of people probably would have ripped me off. You know, if the red goes in at 8-7, that could have been my clearance for 8-all, and you might be looking at a different scoreline. But every credit to Shaun, you know, making a century to finish for the fans. So, yeah, well done to Shaun.
Graciously spoken, as you always are. And it's a mark of how much you've grown as a player since becoming world champion that you did make that match so close. 2 titles following on from the world crown. This is a great season.
Yeah, no disrespect to Shaun, but he's turned into an old man now, so he needs this more than me. So, you know, I'm 33 years old, coming into my prime, and yeah, I'm having an amazing season. Runner-up obviously isn't what I want to be, but listen, we've got Berlin next week, so I'll go and smash it in Germany.
I'm sure you will. And a word, you've got such a tight family unit, Kyren. Your mum and dad are here as always. Your brother Taylor masterminding the career and life off the table. You've got Sophie and Finley and Bailey. This is a great team effort that's putting you right up at the top of the world rankings.
Yeah, this is something that, you know, I feel like a lot of players are probably envious of on tour, that I've got such a great family unit, so many friends and family that have come down to support me. I'm a lucky lad, win or lose, and listen, I've lost, I'm gutted, but I tell you what, I'm going to consume so many Jaeger bombs tonight and have the best night ever. But in all seriousness, no chance, I lost. What an amazing venue. Every credit to World Snooker, to Johnston's Paint, all the sponsors. The crowd have been amazing all week. Thank you very much.
Kyren, the very best of luck for the rest of the season. You are turning out to be an absolutely brilliant ambassador for our sport. Your runner-up, Kyren Wilson. Shaun Murphy, 10 years on, you are the Masters champion once again. Wow, wow!
I can't believe it, Rob. I'm in shock. You know, if I'm totally honest, I thought these days had gone. You know, when I lost to Selby in 21 in the final at the Crucible, you know, I thought my days at the business end of these big events had gone. But, you know, everyone knows I've teamed up with Peter Ebden. He was very, very strong. He's helped me rediscover that self-belief. You know, he's helped me remind me that, you know, I used to be quite good at this. And there's still a bit of life in the old dog yet.
There certainly is. And what a way to do it. Not just to beat a wonderful champion in Kyren, the 147 yesterday as well. This is just about a perfect week of snooker.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, especially after I messed the 147 up in the previous match. Yeah, it was just an incredible experience to do that. I must pay tribute to Kyren. You know, I know how it feels to lose in this match, and, you know, he conducts himself so brilliantly, so professionally. He's a great world champion. He carries that weight and that mantle so well. I wasn't surprised when he made a run halfway through the match. That's what world champions do. It's not in his DNA to give up and roll over. He really took it to me, and, you know, there was a stage a few frames ago where it was panic station. So, you know, all credit to Kyren.
And again, you've spoken with such grace, as you always do, win or lose. It's hard to believe it's 20 years since you became the world champion, a decade since you won the Masters. Have you got any idea how close is this to the top of the memory banks, bearing in mind all that you've achieved over 2 decades plus?
Yeah, no, this is right up there. I mean, you know, the win here in 15 was big to cement my little Triple Crown set and join that club. But, you know, this win is arguably as big, if not bigger. The 147 yesterday was, you know, one of the biggest moments of my entire life as a snooker player since I've been 8 years of age. You know, it's been an incredible week. I, too, would like to pay tribute to, you know, the crowd here this week. The crowd have been unbelievable. The support we've all had has been fantastic. You're one of the best crowds in the whole world. Thank you so much for your support. It's been brilliant.
And they've loved watching you. The noise for the 147 yesterday was magnificent. So look, this is so exciting. You're about to lay your hands on that magnificent Paul Hunter trophy again. You're back to your best, and that bodes well for the rest of this season.
Yeah, do you know, I was having a decent season until we came here this week, just without any silverware. I still haven't got any silverware, but I've got a damn nice piece of crystal.
Shaun, many, many congratulations. You thoroughly deserve to be Masters champion once more. Shaun Murphy, what a performance. And please now welcome your presentation party, Matt Baines, General Manager of Johnson's Paint, and Steve Dawson, Chairman of the World Snooker Tour. The runner-up receiving a cheque for £140,000 and the silver medal. He's the runner-up today, but he is the reigning world champion. Give it up for Kyron Wilson. And the winner, receiving a cheque for £350,000, the Paul Hunter Trophy and the title 2025 Johnson's Paint Masters Champion. He's back, Shaun Murphy. Once again, your champion, Shaun Murphy.
Congratulations to Shaun Murphy, a 4th Triple Crown title, a 2nd Masters title. The smile is as wide as a mile. A decade after he thought that potentially his Triple Crown days of winning these great titles, as he said, might have been over. And there's the embrace with Peter Ebdon. Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, you know this feeling so well yourself. And I wonder what's going through this man's mind, especially when he sees his partner Joe and, of course, Peter Ebdon coming in. This is a very, very strong team now, Steve.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can see the delight on all their faces. I mean, like, he should be really proud of himself. I think also great for Peter Ebdon because he's been such a stalwart within the game, a great pro, and I think he's probably enjoying the challenge now of being a top coach. And it's great to have somebody like Shaun Murphy on his side. But Shaun Murphy, the #1 player this week by a long way, I feel. You know, and he's entertained the crowd so well. And he was a firm favourite of the crowd, I think, as well. They grew with him as the tournament went on.
But it's never sometimes the case that the best player in the week actually wins the trophy. That sometimes doesn't happen. The entertainers maybe get there, but this man has actually seen the course, he's stayed there. And I wonder what's changed in your minds about the way he's approached this week, Steve.
I think for me, he's looked like a winner. He's looked like, you know, that he's there to win. I think sometimes, as I've said, he looks like he's there to entertain more than to win. You know, you win first. He's entertained as well, but you win first. Your job is to come here and win the trophy, and to be, as I said earlier, be you know, a bit nasty about it and be like totally cold and focused and that's what he's looked. That's what's been different to me. That's what's impressed me this week. He's never taken that gaze, even when he's been in his chair, off the table. He's never looked around. He's never I mean, incredible. And I think cue ball control has stood out immaculate.
So the showman has had the business head on, Steve.
Yes, but I mean, he's also been in the studio with us. You know, so in the past we've criticised him a bit for that. You know, commentating.
People have, to be fair.
Yeah, and so I'm pleased for him because I did a bit of that at one stage and I felt like I could handle it, but. He's probably had a lot of people around him saying the same thing. You know, why are you doing this? Why are you commentating? Why are you in the studio? You know, concentrate and focus on just the match itself. But he's able to take that on board. It obviously relaxes him on the days off. And when he's played this week, he's looked fresh. He hasn't looked tired because he's done long stints in the studio or anything like that. And he's wiped the floor with everybody to some degree.
Yeah. Well, it's vindication for all of these things, as you say. And he mentioned he's had some really tough defeats since he last lifted one of these things. He lost to Stuart Bingham in the World Championship final, to Mark Selby as well, just a few years ago. But I wonder, how many more now? And can he sustain this level, Stephen?
I think he can get better. I think this win, if Kyron came back at him, if he'd have lost that match tonight, it would have been, it would have been a disaster for him. But I mean, he's won it. And Kyron's come back, and then he's found the strength to get over the line and went over the line convincingly. I think he'll be, if he keeps doing what he's doing and keeps that focus, and I presume Peter's in for the long term. He's definitely up there as a winner for Sheffield.
And as John Parrott said in commentary, the standard he's playing, if he can continue that standard and form, it's not always easy to maintain form over time. It is cyclical to some degree, but if he can maintain that standard coming into the World Championship, he's going to be a threat. It's not guaranteed. Every day is different on the snooker table. Every week's different as a sort of player, but he looks to be queuing as well as he's ever done. And if they've been working on that sort of keeping still during the shot, it's working for him.
And not every tournament's like this one as well. This one the top players really get up for. He's got to go to the next tournament and start round one in a proper ranking tournament. It's going to be a different atmosphere.
20th anniversary, of course, since he turned up at the Crucible as a 22-year-old back then, and took the whole tournament by storm. And again, we say this about so many players in this sport, the longevity of the man. And I wonder if this is actually resonating with you, Steve, because we talked about that 15-year gap between Masters titles for you, and you came back and you beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in '97. Do you identify a little bit with the emotions that must be flooding through this man at the moment in that regard?
Yeah, I do. I was totally elated when I beat Ronnie, and I was probably thinking that my best days were behind me. I don't think necessarily Shaun's doing that. But maybe it focuses Shaun's mind on, do I need to do as much TV stuff if I'm going to be there a force? Maybe he has to realign things, but if he's enjoying it, then that's great. But the Masters is such a special event that I think he should just absolutely revel in it tonight.
A word quickly about Kyron Wilson, because a very pugnacious interview, you've got to say, out there. He's hurting, but again, a brilliant ambassador for this sport. And he says he's done his status as world champion proud. Semi-finals of the UK, final of the Masters, immediately after winning the title. He's absolutely bang on there, isn't he?
Absolutely, and it's supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, what are you doing there? And that's what it's supposed to feel like when you lose.
OK, I think I can hear a little chink of crystal coming into the studio. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Champ, what a week. Have you given us...
Look what I've got!
And it's heavy, it's heavy, and it's been an awfully long time in coming. It was fascinating out there to hear you talking about the joy that you feel. This has got to be one of the best weeks of your snooker life. Your life.
Yeah, I've been playing snooker since I was an 8-year-old boy. And I went to watch Peter Ebdon make his debut at the Crucible against this man here in 1992. And ever since that day, snooker's been my life. And I've had loads of good days. I've been very, very lucky. But this is right up there. This is right up there.
When we were talking about this, you were 32 when you last got your hands on this. And as you crept into your 40s, like most of us who start to go 40 plus, did you think potentially your best days were going? Not gone, obviously, but how much hope did you have of doing this again?
I knew that on my day, I could still mix it with anyone in the world. And 18 months ago, I won the Players and the Tour Champs, went to the Crucible as favourite, was winning tournaments, all the rest of it. But to do it match after match in a big-time event like this, these events are different. And, I, in my quiet, dark moments, thought those days had gone. And, you know, I know I've talked about it all week till I'm blue in the face, but it is the pairing up with Peter that has helped me rediscover that self-belief, because I totally lost it.
Without giving too much away, I mean, have you worked? Is it technical or mental?
It's mostly mental.
Yeah.
It's 98% mental, which, you know, describes Peter well.
Yes, true.
I was saying, without going deeply into it, we've not got much time, but you just looked a different animal all week to me.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've been very, you know, and correctly critical of me throughout my career for perhaps losing focus and being distracted and all the rest of it. You know, when we sat down first with Peter and I said, what do you think I can improve on? That was one of the top 3 things that we talked about. So, you know, I'm glad I looked more focused, because I was trying very hard to be more focused.
Well, look, put your telly hat on. We've got about a minute before we're off the air here. Can you tell me how well can sustain this type of form? We've got the Crucible coming, and you've got a big date there now, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I go there with renewed optimism. There's plenty of tournaments between now and then, and I'll be going there hoping to be in the mix.
It's an anniversary for you this year in terms of that wonderful performance at the Crucible, and that's going to spark some lovely memories, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It was special coming here, 20th consecutive appearance, 21st appearance in all, and yeah, going to go back to the Crucible with happy memories.
Enjoy that, Shaun. It's been an absolute privilege to watch you win it in style today. And we're just got to say thank you to Shaun, thank you to the whole team here. Don't forget that the World Indoor Bowls is starting tomorrow in Great Yarmouth, appropriately enough, at Potter's Resort. There you go, ship it in. But in terms of what we've seen, what a Masters, what a performance from this man. I think the only way to describe it, the magician, pure magic. Thanks for being with us. Bye for now.